There's been so many like scams happening lately. Like the thing I come across is the pump.fund thing, where people can effectively erect their own cryptocurrency and for people to invest into, and a lot of people rug pull the fuck out of it. Like the Hawk Tua coin comes to mind, where that was a rug pull that a lot of people fell for, and it's something that, like, to be fair, the people on investing in the coins on pup.fun are the type of people that absolutely deserve to be scammed, right? But it's just surprising how the scams are getting more and more elaborate and people still falling for it. The honey influencer scam. Like, I get a lot of uh, advertisement from like Pi, which is that extension that not only keeps ads off your screen, but you can get paid, quote unquote, paid through like coupons to watch them. But let's give this a watch, shall we?
By now, you've probably heard about Honey. You know, the browser extension that saves you money.
Do you have Honey installed?
What's Honey?
Oh, no.
Honey.
Honey is a free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
Free browser extension.
That automatically applies coupon codes when you check out online.
Free money, basically.
It's literally free money.
It doesn't make sense to not be using this.
So what's the catch?
There is no catch.
Join Honey.
Join Honey. Join Honey.
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 Honey. Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Honey.
Join Honey.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but your favorite influencers sold you a lie. Honey is a scam, and the majority of claims promoted by those influencers aren't even remotely true. But it gets worse. Honey hasn't just been scamming you, the consumer, they've also been stealing money from influencers, including the very ones they paid to promote their product. And I'm not just talking about a few bucks here. I believe the scam has likely cost content creators millions of dollars. Sound crazy? Well, I didn't believe it at first either, until I experienced it myself firsthand. In fact, I'm confident this might just be the biggest influencer scam of all time, which is
Well, and again, you can't really blame the YouTubers, and this is odd. I mean, trying to defend YouTubers from promoting a product. Like, you don't know the company, you haven't read into it. Like, it was this way with the what was it, the established title thing that 100% got me. I thought it would just be cool to be named a lord, and I still don't know if that's a scam because I got my money back. But if it was, I guess it's just a bad scam. But again, you don't know the ins and outs of the people coming to you. They're like, oh hey, we'll pay you to promote this. And a lot of people just are like, okay, sure, whatever. Just say a couple words for it. You know, it's just weird to try to pin this, but it's 100% reasonable to pin it on these influencers because there's probably a lot of people in their audience that use the extension. And I don't even know what the scam is yet, but again, I'm just trying to, say that you can't really blame the YouTuber. They probably get hundreds of emails being like, hey, you're popular, promote my product, and sometimes they pay them to do it.
insane considering Honey is owned and run by PayPal, who purchased this company for $4 billion. This three-part series is the result of a multi-year investigation where I believe I've uncovered signs of advertising fraud, affiliate fraud, the illegal collection of personal data, deception, lies, coercion, extortion, the list goes on. I've reviewed hundreds of documents, adverts, sponsorships. I've reviewed emails between Honey and merchants, interviewed victims. Believe me, this runs deep. Now, I want to be clear. The views, allegations, and conclusions expressed in this series are my opinions, based on evidence I have gathered, which will be shared throughout. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Honey Trap. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's a free browser extension. How bad could it be? Well, trust me, it's far more sinister than you might think.
I'd say the first couple things I'm thinking of is it just effectively takes your data and your browser history and sells it to advertisers, which people, I guess, for some reason they don't care. Like, this is just something that has been happening in the past 3 years. I mean, social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram does this. Like, so many, like, whenever you buy a game and you do the terms of service and you have to sign for, like, they do the same thing. I mean, this is just something that just happens on the background. And I think your online your online footprint is still yours. And if they want to take it from you and sell it to advertisers, you deserve to be compensated for that. I mean, maybe not a lot, but it's effectively, digital gold, and advertisers will pay a shit ton of money for it. Hell, it's something that gets data breached so many times by Sony, and now God knows who has access to that information. So, it's just something that I believe you should be compensated for, but no one cares. And if I bring it up, people will just get mad at me because no one likes to admit when they're being played. And if you try to admit it to them, they'll just get mad. And hell, my data's probably out there now. I use VPNs. I get so much shit in like other languages, so I think my data is a little bit safer. If you start getting advertisement from products you don't use, I mean, they're selling their data. Selling your data is kind of a waste. But yeah, that's just my synopsis.
You know what they say, if a product's free, it's likely you're the product. And as you'll find out
Yeah,
later in this
absolutely.
investigation, that remains true for PayPal Honey. Now, like most people, I too fell for the lies. I mean, what's not to love about a free browser extension that saves you money? It's a compelling product, and with the endorsement from what feels like every single popular influencer on YouTube, it's no wonder millions of people downloaded it. Ironically, the very influencers promoting Honey seemingly had no idea the company was quietly picking money out of their very own pockets. Well, at least one of them realized, but we'll get to that later. So let me show you how Honey's been stealing money from influencers. So let's say you're watching a video on YouTube. If you're into tech like me, maybe you're watching a Linus Tech Tips video. Linus tells you about this free browser extension that saves you money online. You install it in 2 clicks, and boom, you have Honey. Perfect timing, because it just so happens you're looking to buy a new CPU for your computer. You come across another Linus Tech Tips video, and after watching, you're convinced you should buy the one recommended in his video. So you scroll down and find Linus's affiliate link to that product. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you click an affiliate link and buy something, the influencer who promoted the product earns a commission for referring you to that store. So you add the product to your cart, get to the checkout page, and hello, Honey says they found you 10 coupon codes. Sweet. You click apply discounts and Honey gets to work. But unfortunately, none of the coupon codes worked. Doesn't matter though, because as Honey has promised us for years, that means we know we've got the best deal. So you complete your purchase, you're happy, your new CPU's on the way, Linus is happy, he's getting his commission, everyone's happy, right? Well, let's quickly rewind and see what was happening behind the scenes. You see, after clicking Linus's affiliate link, you'll notice in the URL, there's a tracking tag labeled Short Circuit. That's a reference to one of Linus's YouTube channels. And this tracking tag is how Newegg knows who to pay a commission to. We can also see that this tracking tag has been saved on my browser in the form of a cookie that will expire in 30 days. That way, if we only decide to complete the purchase a few days later, Linus will still be credited the sale. It's kind of like when you're at a department store buying a TV and the salesman who helped you gives you a referral card or a receipt with their name on it, so when you eventually get to the checkout counter, the clerk knows which salesman to award the sale to. You can think of affiliate cookies as a digital version of that. So what happened when we got to the checkout page? Well, once Honey popped up, watch what happened to Linus's affiliate cookie after we clicked apply discounts.
Yeah,
Honey came in, removed Linus's affiliate cookie, and replace it with their own,
PayPal,
claiming
yeah.
credit for the sale and pocketing the commission money for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that is smart. Like, this is some fucking techie type, black box type fucking coding type shit. Like, again, the scams that are being used are so fucking elaborate that if you would have never have done this, you would have never have known it was happening. You'd think, oh, well, I'm supporting, my content creator, but no, in fact, you're not. You're not. You're supporting, PayPal and Honey. It's just, it's an elaborate trick. I mean, that you have to look for when it's happening. That's why I didn't even use Honey. Because I was like, okay, that does seem kind of fishy. I mean, I don't really do a lot of online shopping, so I just didn't really care.
Now, if we quickly go back again, we can see what's causing this to happen. After clicking Apply Discounts, what you'll notice is that in the top left corner of your browser, Honey discreetly opens a small new tab, which acts like a simulated referral click, as if they were the ones to refer you to the website, even though you're already on the website and at the checkout page. Once that page is finished loading and has stuffed PayPal's affiliate cookie, the tab automatically closes, leaving you blissfully unaware that anything ever happened.
Yeah, but say if you don't click the link, does any of this really matter? I mean, we're only 5 minutes in the game, but if you don't click the consume the affiliate link from your the YouTube channel you're watching, I mean, then they just still get. I don't know. I'll keep watching.
It's very sneaky. Now, when I first discovered this was happening, I thought, there's no way. Why would all these high-profile influencers be promoting a company that is actively poaching their affiliate commissions? It didn't make any sense. So to make sure I wasn't going crazy, I went on a Honey testing spree, clicking one affiliate link after another, and it kept happening. But even after all those tests, I scoured the internet to see if anyone was talking about this and found nothing. Okay, there was this one debate about it on the Y Combinator forum, but nothing concrete. Besides that, virtually nobody was talking about this, adding fuel to my doubt. So I figured, screw it. I'll reach out to Honey and ask them directly. And sure enough, they came back to me with the following. If Honey is activated and is the last program used while shopping on a site, it is likely Honey will receive credit for the purchase. I was right, and just like that, my investigation into Honey began. Now, some might consider what PayPal's doing here dirty or highly unethical, but personally, I can't see how it's anything short of fraud. I mean,
again, there's no legal precedent for this, and this is why, people need to talk about things like these, but because the lawmakers are probably some 70, 80-year-old motherfucker who just refuses to learn technology, things like this will probably never enter, the legal area. But, if it is fraud, then there absolutely should be something against it. And, I guess because people consent to using the program, the idea is, they understand what they're getting into and the fact that it's being used this way. But you also gotta understand a lot of terms of service for, services exist to protect the company. And they're written with tons of legalese that, and they're probably an entire Bible's worth of terms of service. Like, they're written specifically in a way where you, the absolute fucking nobody, is just not going to read it. Like, you have to take it to a lawyer and have them effectively give you the bullet points, and that takes time, that takes money. And again, that's my point. Like, a lot of terms of services are written specifically so that you don't know what the hell's happening.
Just imagine something like this happening in a real-world scenario. Let's say you're at a department store looking to buy a new TV. A salesman spends time running you through your options. You decide to buy, he gives you his referral card, you get to the checkout, and right as you're about to pay, a sleazy salesman pops up going, "Hey, shall I check if I have any coupon codes for you?" Naturally, you say sure. He snatches your referral card without you ever noticing, looks for coupons, says, "Sorry, no luck this time," but instead of handing back the original referral card, he hands back his own. PayPal didn't refer the customer to the store, they didn't promote any of the products, the salesman did that. PayPal provided absolutely zero value to the customer, yet they were rewarded for the sale. But because this is all happening online, buried behind clicks and cookies and tracking data, there's little to no transparency that this is ever happening. Okay.
And this is why I decline almost every single fucking cookie that a site tries to shove down my throat. And some sites don't even allow you to decline. Like, you either accept or it just stays on the fucking screen and just staring at you for things specifically like this. Like, if people should, like, well, you shouldn't even ask a person the question. Like, it should be something that, oh, the person needs to look for. And if they want to accept the cookies to get the best experience and have you sell their data, then it's something that they should have to be 100% consent and actively look to do, instead of it just being shoved in your fucking face. And again, sometimes you can't even decline it. It's just something that stares at you. Like, accept the cookie, accept the cookie. It's like, fuck you.
Hey, but what if Honey had found a working coupon code? Would that make
Yeah, you know, a lot of people that are like, say, over the age of 40, 50, 60 probably don't understand this or know this. Because there aren't things that are, like, you're not taught this in school. These are things you have to actively look for information about. But usually, cookies absolutely just take your data. And enough people don't care, and enough people allow it to happen, to it's like, okay, well, I guess there is no legal precedent, and there probably won't be. But people should, again, people should absolutely, like, the younger generation is going to have to absolutely know things like this is happening, because this is how scams work. Like, at first they'd be scamming 50, 60, 70-year-old people. But now, you know, you see that a lot of younger people are falling for scams because they're not taught how to act in the digital landscape in schools or by people. And nowadays, you need some level of online presence, you know, to say, to work your way up the job space, to get networked with people that can give you jobs. I mean, if you're fine where you're at, and if you're like 100 years old, then, you know, you don't have to worry about a single fucking thing I'm saying. But your kids and your kids' kids are absolutely going to have to worry about these things. So it's better to just have the information. It's like, you know, the G.I. Joe, the more you know.
okay for them to claim the commission? Honestly, no, I don't think so. The fact remains that Honey didn't refer the customer to the store, nor did they promote the product. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm a consumer myself. Saving money matters, especially when money's tight. But this scam doesn't just affect wealthy influencers. There are hundreds of thousands of small creators, bloggers, artists who rely on affiliate commissions to support their craft. Sure, you could argue that Honey may have convinced the consumer to complete the purchase by providing a discount. But let's be real, if you're already at the checkout with your items in your cart, you already have a high intent to purchase. And again, this would never fly in a real-life sales environment. No department store is going to allow a salesman to hang out at the checkout counter, casually handing out coupon codes while simultaneously stealing commissions from the other sales reps. So why are we allowing a corporate giant like PayPal to do it on the internet?
Yeah, because again, there's always a completely different precedent online than there is in real life. And this is going back to, you know, the 80-year-old lawmaker that refuses to learn any different. I mean, you had this with, like, games and with, like, movies on, like, streaming services where they're no longer saying you're buying the movie, because at any point in time, say for copyright reasons or licensing reasons, you can lose that movie that you fucking paid for. And you're like, well, what the fuck? Well, because of the terms of service that you signed, apparently your consumer rights mean nothing. Whereas if you had the physical disc, no one can walk into your house and take it from you. Like, if you bought, like, we still have Knights of the Old Republic 2 from Blockbuster, and then it shut down, and we just have a free Knights of the Old Republic game now. No one can physically roll into our house and take that shit from us because it's the physical disc. But they absolutely can for digital. And I think, again, a lot of people think we're living in the same age of consumer protection we had in the early 2000s, when that's absolutely not the case. Like, there are going to be so many games that you think you own that will just be, like, say the Xbox Online Pass goes away and all the games that, well, a lot of the games are free, but say there are some games you paid for just poof from the site, and you would think, oh, well, I bought the game, I should have owned the game. But no, you don't own the game because you signed the terms of service. Like, these are things people should absolutely be flipping out about. Like, what was that game? The Crew, that online game that people paid money for. That was a Ubisoft or EA that decided, no, we're just going to yeet this game, and you paid for it. Well, you don't have it anymore. I mean, these are things that people should be flipping out about, but nobody does because it's games. But again, when is it something that, like, you do care about? Like, I don't know, you buy a car and then terms of service comes out for the car that you have to accept. Otherwise, the car locks the fuck down. And all the terms of services, at any point, the car can lock the fuck down if, I don't know, you go over a certain amount of mileage. Like, it will always go into the realm of things you do care about, because, again, companies are not moral entities. They always see what they can get away with, even if it means reaping the consumer freedoms from the consumer. But, again, nobody wants to care. I'm always just going to be that guy on the street screaming and holding the sign up about these things, but eventually people are going to care, and eventually there's going to be a legal precedent.
Now, believe it or not, this first example I just showed you with Linus is just one of 3 scenarios in which Honey poaches affiliate commissions, and the next scenarios are even worse. But before I show you how bad scenario 2 is, it's important you understand the fundamental system Honey is exploiting. You see, in affiliate marketing, there's this thing called last click attribution, which basically means last click wins. For example, you might click on a shoe blogger's affiliate link for a pair of Nikes, but you don't buy right away. Later, you click on a YouTuber's link for the same shoes and complete the purchase. In this scenario, the YouTuber gets the commission and the blogger gets nothing. There are other models like first click, where the blogger would win the commission, or dynamic click, where the commission is shared. But the industry went with last click because while it's not always the fairest, it's the easiest to implement. Therefore, it became the industry standard. Now, when it's blogger versus YouTuber for a sale, honestly, I'd say last click is usually fair. But when it's anyone versus Honey, there's no real competition. Honey pops up right at the end of your purchasing journey, virtually guaranteeing they'll win that last click. They of course know this and do anything they can to get that last click, even when there's no coupon codes to offer. Which brings us to scenario 2. Honey Gold, which is now called PayPal Rewards. Here's how it works. When you get to the checkout and Honey Gold is available, Honey pops up and is essentially saying, hey you, consumer, click this button here so PayPal can claim the commission for the sale, and we'll share a portion of that commission money with you in the form of points. It's basically a lame cashback scheme. And it's genius because if there are no coupons to offer, but the store is participating in Honey Gold, it gives Honey another reason to get that last click. How can YouTubers, bloggers, or any other type of affiliate fairly compete against this type of mechanism? Of course the consumer's gonna click, and of course they're going to win the sale. Now this got me thinking, how much of their commission are they actually sharing with users? Well, to find out, I decided to put Honey Gold to the test.
Well, this just seems like a pyramid scheme where you don't actually get the money. They just give you points, and with enough points, it's like the honey at the end of the day gets the money, while you just get, I don't know, funny money that doesn't actually mean anything. But if you have enough of the funny money, you might get, I don't know, something of value. But that requires you to have to be in their gold, and 2, purchase enough products through them. Yeah, that just seems like a pyramid scheme.
So I looked for any website where Honey Gold was offered and found it on NordVPN. And no, this is not a sneaky sponsorship. So I signed up for NordVPN's affiliate program, which offers 40% commission on successful referrals. After getting approved into the program, I received a custom affiliate link for my YouTube channel. Using this link, I made 2 separate purchases. For the first, I activated Honey Gold, and sure enough, you can see my affiliate cookie was replaced with Honey's. And for the second, I didn't activate Honey Gold. As expected, I was awarded a $35 commission for the sale where Honey Gold wasn't activated, and received nothing when Honey Gold was activated. For the first time, I experienced Honey poaching my own affiliate commission. So how much of my stolen $35 commission did PayPal sharers cash back with my Honey account, aka the consumer? Brace yourselves, 89 points, which is equivalent to 89 cents USD.
Nice.
That's right, Honey poached a $35 commission for doing nothing and rewarded me a grand total of 89 cents. Thanks, PayPal, you really shouldn't have. No, seriously, you really shouldn't have. Now, on to scenario 3. For you ladies out there, let's say you're looking for a new outfit. Your favorite influencer tries on something that slays, you click on their affiliate link and get to the checkout. But in this scenario, Honey knows it has nothing to offer. No coupon codes, no Honey Gold, yet it still pops up to announce absolutely nothing. Annoying as fuck. Naturally, you click the got it button to get rid of the annoying dancing coin, and whoa, what's that?
It replaces
PayPal takes the sale.
Yep.
Why? Because fuck you, Mary, that's your commission. But wait, there's more. My personal favorite is when Honey has nothing to offer, so it pops up offering you to check out with PayPal, even though the option is already available at the checkout page. And of course, if you click the checkout button, PayPal poaches the sale. Classy. As I was saying, Honey uses any excuse possible to get that last click from the user. It's absolutely disgusting.
Like I said, it is shitty, but it's smart. Like, it is an effective way to poach the money off of people. Like, and assuming, like, say 1% of the audience actually downloads the extension of, like, say, Moist Critical, that's still a lot of people. Like 1% of PewDiePie's audience does this. I mean, that's still quite a bit of money, because you're assuming these people do a lot of online buying, and they use it all the time, and maybe they get a couple dollars off, maybe they don't. Like, and assuming, again, even 1% of that 1% click, like, affiliate links for the content creators that have them. Again, that's a lot of money being reaped from the content creator that, again, shouldn't be. Like, it's a smart scam. I mean, I don't really know what, I mean, it's shitty, and will there be a legal precedent? Probably not, because it's just so elaborate. But again, the more people know, and how long ago was this video? Because I think this just popped December 21st. Wow, that was yesterday when we're figuring this shit out. Yeah.
I can't even begin to fathom how much money has been lost at the hands of this browser extension. Imagine being the influencers who promoted Honey, telling your audience, who, by the way, are the most likely to use your affiliate links, to download an app that poaches your affiliate sales. It's crazy. Now, to be clear, not every influencer who promoted Honey engages in affiliate marketing, so those who don't are obviously unaffected. But did any of the influencers who are engaging in affiliate marketing ever catch on to what Honey's been doing?
I mean, how would they? I mean, how would you know? Again, you did some woo-woo tech bullshit to even figure it out. Like, I really just cannot blame the influencers because it requires you to understand what the fuck's happening in your cookie settings to figure it out.
Well, it turns out yes, at least one of them did. Linus Tech Tips, who have been promoting Honey since 2017. So here's how I found this out. You see, one day I was browsing Linus's forum to see if anyone had raised a red flag about Honey. And sure enough, back in 2020, someone sounded the alarm, but it was ultimately ignored. However, in 2022, a different user noticed that LMG were no longer promoting Honey and asked the team if they had been dropped as a sponsor, to which one of Linus's employees responded with, "We ended the partnership with Honey due to the way their service interacted with affiliate links. Essentially, if someone clicked on an affiliate link and then they use Honey and search for a deal, Honey will override that tracking link even if they don't find you a deal. That didn't jive with us, so we ended the partnership." Okay, so they had no idea this was happening, and it took them several years to catch on. That's quite telling, because we're talking about a tech-savvy YouTube channel that's run by a very large team.
Yeah.
The fact that it took them several years to figure this out, in my opinion, really underscores the deceptive nature with which Honey operates. If Linus and his team didn't know, I can't imagine many other influencers would have known either. Now, I have to say, as a longtime viewer and supporter of Linus's channel, I'm incredibly disappointed they weren't more public with this discovery. I get this.
I mean, again, I understand why, because they probably signed a lot of, like, not like NDAs, but a lot of things that, you know, if he would have, probably would have gotten him into several legal battles with PayPal. I mean, we don't know, right? I mean, they literally straight up said why they ended the partnership, but I don't know. I mean, Linus Tech Tips, to my knowledge, does tech reviews. Like, they're not really, you know, drama tubers.
Specific issue doesn't directly affect their viewers, but surely they must have realized the wider impact this could be having on the creator community, a community they're a part of. I think that matters. And it's not as though they only promoted Honey once or twice. They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live on YouTube. Those videos have accumulated around 194 million views. According to my data, that makes Linus's company, LMG, the third largest promoter of Honey on YouTube. So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this. But what's truly baffling to me is that after LMG ended their partnership with Honey, they then went ahead and partnered with a company called Karma Now, a coupon browser extension that literally engages in similar behavior.
Yeah,
Now,
again, that is just very weird, but I don't know. I mean, again, I just don't expect, because this is very elaborate. I just, even if they found out it did the same thing, again, we don't know what type of contracts they've signed, or if he even wants to be embroiled in the controversy. I mean, they did just make the statement.
Did reach out to LMG about this situation, and I'll be honest, their response was not to my satisfaction. They didn't address the majority of my questions. However, they did at least provide some important context about their dealings with Honey. LMG stated that as soon as these issues with Honey were brought to us, we tried to work with them to remedy them. After a few calls, we were informed that they weren't willing to change, so we stopped working with them across all channels. So let me get this straight. One of Honey's biggest promoters goes to them and says, "Hey, can you please stop overriding our affiliate links?" And Honey effectively goes, Nah, not happening. Assuming I've got that correct, and if true, that just goes to show what little regard Honey has not only for content creators, but also their partners. Now, as for LMG's less than ideal response, I did press Linus's team to address the rest of my questions, but never heard back from them. But it's time to shift gears, because unfortunately, this scam runs much deeper than stolen affiliate commissions. It's time we talk about how Honey used these influencers to sell.
Wait, okay, so that's Oompaville, Mr. Beast. I've seen his face, but I don't know his name. Moist Critical. I don't really know who the rest of these guys. This looks like someone I know. TMS Studios.
You a complete lie. How they sold you a product that was doing the opposite of what they promised. You see, as I was testing Honey across different stores, I was encountering a reoccurring issue. When I reached the checkout page, Honey would claim it couldn't find me any coupon codes. Yet when I searched manually, I found working codes with these. And even when Honey did find me a code, I was often able to find another code of better value. Kind of strange, given their claim that...
Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is now a thing of the past.
Another oddity was that Honey would often only find me Honey branded coupon codes, such as Honey 5 or Honey 10. Why would a store only have Honey branded coupon codes? Kind of weird, right? But the biggest red flag was that when I tried submitting the better coupon codes I'd found, Honey wasn't adding them to their database. So why not?
I mean, you do use a VPN, right? Is it like a region locked type thing? Like, depending on where your region? Well, it shouldn't matter because it's online. I feel like most coupon codes are kind of region locked. I mean, they have to be for the product that sells in that region. I don't know. Now I'm getting questions that probably don't make any sense, but kind of do.
Well, eventually I figured out what was going on. It turns out that one of the key benefits for stores partnering with Honey is that they are given full control over which coupon codes go live on the platform, if any at all. I discovered this while listening to a podcast produced by Honey, which appears to be aimed at attracting new businesses to joining their platform. In this podcast, an employee from the Australian clothing store, Princess Polly, discusses the benefits of partnering with Honey.
What would you say to any brand that is considered working with Honey but hasn't yet?
I would say missing out on converting customers. Like I said before, Gen Z is super discount savvy. You can't ignore the fact that they will hunt for like discount codes and they might find a better deal. With Honey, you can also control the discount code percentage, which means like they will potentially find a higher discount code on the internet. It literally lets you control like the customer journey, convert and control like the discount code percentage as well.
This is insane. She's basically saying Honey is great for businesses because it encourages users not to bother hunting for coupon codes, and it allows businesses to control which coupon codes are shared with consumers. Now, I was able to further verify this on Honey's website, specifically the FAQ page for partners, which clearly states, as a partner, you have control over the content hosted on the Honey platform. So yes, even if Honey knows of a coupon code that offers say 20% off, but a partnering store tells them, hey, only share a 5% off coupon, then that's the only discount Honey will apply to your cart at the checkout page. I mean, holy shit. Honey wasn't finding you the best deals possible. They were intentionally withholding them from you for their own financial gain. This completely invalidates Honey's core value proposition to consumers for years.
And you wouldn't have known this, right? You wouldn't have known this unless you've actually dug deep. And maybe in the beginning Honey did this, but I can see as it went on and as it started getting more money and as people just sort of floundered on it, why they would do this. I mean, again, we're talking PayPal, one of the biggest payment processors out there. I mean, you don't really want to get into bad shtick with them.
They sold you the lie that they would find you every working coupon code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart. But nope, complete and utter lie. They have literally been feeding you coupon codes that were approved by the partnered stores who were paying them. And can I just say, the double messaging here is hilarious. Because on one hand, Honey has appealed to consumers by promising to find the best deals possible. But on the other hand, they appeal to businesses claiming that honey helps prevent consumers from finding the best deals. It's absurd. Now, when you think about it, this all makes complete sense. I mean, why would any online business pay Honey for sharing their highest value coupon codes with its 20 million users? That's not an appealing partnership whatsoever. So, to make a partnership more attractive, Honey told businesses, hey, if you partner with us and pay us an affiliate commission, we'll let you control which discount codes are shared on our platform. And we'll tell our consumers we scoured the internet and found them the best deal possible. Everybody wins. Just not the consumers or the influencers.
Yeah.
With this discovery, I decided to do a thorough audit of Honey's advertising campaigns. And yikes, the ads, the sponsorships, everywhere you look, it's lie after lie. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going down as one of the most aggressive, shameless marketing scams of the century. Just look at this insane list of videos that were sponsored by Honey. According to my data, they sponsored almost 5,000 videos across roughly 1,000 different YouTube channels, racking up an unbelievable 7.8 billion views. It's crazy. So now that we have a clearer picture of how Honey operates,
And again, if only 1% of those people bought into it, that's still a lot of money. That's why because I don't do a lot of online shopping, I wouldn't have benefited. But I can see nowadays people are doing a lot of like shopping online because, again, as you have less time, your time becomes more valuable and you become more lazy. And again, there's whole businesses propped up off laziness, like DoorDash. Like, there's something that I absolutely see happening.
let's reflect on some of their claims.
Honey will find every working code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart.
If Honey can't find a discount code for you, then you can rest assured that there's not a single discount or promo code on the internet.
It's a free browser extension that automatically finds you the best promo codes for anything you purchase online. You literally don't spend money.
Honey searches the known internet for every promo code ever used. This means you always get the best deals without even trying.
What Honey does is take money and they put it in your pocket.
If there is any way to save money on your purchase, they'll find it.
Getting you the lowest prices possible at checkout.
You are always going to get the best deal no matter where you're shopping. Amazon, eBay, Best Buy, doesn't matter. Honey's got your butt covered.
If Honey can't find a code, you have the best deal.
It really puts into perspective just how shady this company is, doesn't it? Now, believe it or not, the Better Business Bureau launched an inquiry into Honey's advertising claims. But after Honey immediately discontinued the claims for, quote, business reasons, the BBB decided to drop the case. Honestly, at this point in my investigation, I thought I'd seen the worst of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they need to open up another case, because they've got on them for that specific thing, and I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but then they dropped it, and they're like, okay, so if we want to go after them, we have to pretty much raise another case.
I thought I understood the full picture of Honey's shady business model. But here's the thing. What I haven't told you is that there were instances where Honey would actually work really well, finding me incredible discounts that seemed almost too good to be true. Now, it wasn't very often, but enough to confuse me. And there were even times when they weren't poaching affiliate commissions by claiming the credit for sales. These inconsistencies bugged me. It didn't add up with everything else I had discovered. It was clear I was missing something. Well, once I finally figured out what that was, I uncovered an even darker side to PayPal's scam, one that targeted an entirely new victim.
We started having problems where customers would get in touch via our support saying, oh hey, I just tried to use this discount, this 60% off coupon, and it doesn't work. I'd be like, dude, that is not your discount, like how did you get that? And they'd be like, oh, it just showed up through the Honey extension.
Yeah, it cost us thousands, and I haven't even looked into how far back it went.
At the end of the day, you need to make the numbers work, and if Honey is going to steal 10% of your revenue all the time, you're going to have to raise prices at the end of the day, and it's just like a really awful business model. We've been so mad at them for so long.
Yeah, and these are probably like, single business owners and everything, people who like work from home. They probably have maybe a couple of employees, but yeah, these are probably those types of people. But yeah, it is very surprising. I'm surprised it's something that sprung up just yesterday. This is insanely predatory. Create an investigation. Every YouTuber who promotes this should update to tell their consumers that is actually under the hood. Yeah, this is good. We've been sold a lie. It's free. It's the best deal. It's not the best deal, and it's stealing from people who actually bring traffic. Can't wait to see the rest. At this point, if I see something advertised on YouTube, I automatically assume it's a scam. Yes! Like that Pi extension. I don't even really care for that. Like, Google has this issue with just allowing any ad on that just pays them money. Like, you have the Pi thing, you have the thing about the having your own goddamn land in Ireland. Of course, PayPal is involved. I hate PayPal. Yep. Now I'm proud of myself for being too lazy for those 2 clicks for years. YouTube journalism is getting really good. Yeah, better than, legacy journalism. Yeah, a lot better. This guy's going to randomly go missing in a week. This man might single-handedly kill off YouTube sponsors entirely, and I'm here for it. Yep. Not just tracking marketing data. I was way off. Holy crap. So, honey, steals revenue from the business, steals revenue from the promoter, steals data from the user as well. I'm surprised it took this long for us to hear about all of this. I mean, I'm not. Again, it is such a lavish plan that I'm surprised we even heard about it now. Immediately deleted honey 2 minutes into this video. Thank you for bringing awareness to these scams. Uninstall the extension. Thank you for making this published. And yeah, this is absolutely something that needs to. I mean, they probably made their money as a PI. I know it's difficult, time-consuming investigations of this multitude can be. You did amazing work. Thank you. Ad blocker doesn't follow the best practice for the Chrome extension. Literal thief extension. Perfectly fine. Yeah, the fact that YouTube allows it, but God forbid you have a ad blocker, they'll obliterate you. They pay out so much for say randomly close artist accounts and take their money for compensation purpose, and now they scam everyone with honey. I hope they go bankrupt and go to jail. I mean, we're talking one of the biggest payment processors, and what a de facto monopoly doing de facto monopoly things. Yeah, that never happened. Definitely one of the hardest hitting, well-made videos on YouTube, and I'm super embarrassed to promote them. See my name on those lists. This video is about to change things for the better. And I'll do everything in my power to spread the word and help the cause. Oh, God. We're just going to get the money. Markiplier 2019. He is right to be suspicious. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, if the product's free, you're the product. This is something everyone in the business world understands. At this point, YouTube sponsorships is another way of saying scam promotion. Again, you can't blame the YouTubers. This is such an elaborate way of doing it that if people don't do the deep dive, they don't know what's happening. And there's times that honey did exactly what the hell it said it was going to do. So, I don't know if it's really, like, scam is always thrown around, but I feel so vindicated for being suspicious of honey for years. This is going to be a huge class action lawsuit calling it now. I don't know. I mean, do you want to throw down with PayPal? That probably has entire sectors devoted to, well, legal. Who knows? But, anyway, I mean, that's all I really got to say about this. Peace.